Good morning, my friends. Today, or this morning, I got a little ditty for you from the once notorious Eric Brandt. Eric is currently doing 12 years federal prison time for threatening three sitting judges. Now, this is an interview he did with one of his supporters quite some time ago, and you're not gonna believe what he says. It's hilarious. But anyway, his supporter is really proud of him. It's some guy named John Freeman. It's not James Freeman. It's some guy called John Freeman. But it is out out there. I mean, it's crazy. Enjoy the audio.
Who's the master?
You are, sir.
No.
Danny. Wait,
No.
what am I supposed to call you?
No. You are the master, sir.
How are you, sir?
You are the last dragon. Dude, Eric. This is Eric,
Yeah.
right? Dude, you're my fucking hero, bro. You understand me? Listen, bro, you fucking you shit all over that judge's face. Dude, I swear to God, I fucking toasted up about 2 cups of popcorn and sat down and,
So the guy asked Eric how he started getting in so much trouble, and Eric's explanation is gonna floor you if you know anything about the legal system. I know it from both sides, so you can tell he's just flat out lying. Just watch the guy's attitude change after this explanation.
Spent 8 years in the Navy. I have a VA disability pension. And, I've always pretty much done good at whatever I've done. And I was called the golden boy. I was always mischievous, but never in trouble. And then
sound like
when
me.
I was 38 years old, when I was 38 years old, and I'll skip all the details in between how we got there, but so I'm in Greeley, Colorado, and I'm with this woman who I didn't know was my wife until she filed for divorce, but that's a whole different story.
Okay.
And
There's lie number one. I didn't know she was my wife after she filed for divorce. I didn't know what was going on. That's just the beginning of the insanity of this.
she was a con artist, had served time in the Montana women's prison for exactly the same shit, and she ended up serving time in the Colorado prison for 6 years as well. But in the process of this, she's moving hundreds of thousands of dollars through my name. Everything's attached to me, and I don't even know it. And she's basically defrauding people out of, well, they said they could pin her to $1.5 million, but they think it was closer to $7 million. And I was completely fucking clueless.
So his wife he didn't know he was married to was embezzling money from somebody, and he was clueless. You can believe that, or you don't have to believe it. I don't know the facts, but I'm not going in favor of this one.
Things were getting I started sort of figured something was wrong, and now she needed a new plan. She needed to get me out of there quick. And so she was going to get rid of me with domestic violence, which would save the house from the mortgage because of the Obama law. And then she was going to split and bag ass and expose everything. And I would go down for all of it. And lucky me, I had a good judge. She's still there, Michelle Meyer.
Now the really big obvious lies start happening. The things he says that went on between him and this judge are, hey, if you want to believe these things, you're free to believe it, but it never happened, I'll guarantee it.
And she thought I was drug out of my house in the middle of the night with no warrant. And the judge says, I just don't see that there was probable cause for this warrantless arrest.
Mm-hmm.
I've read this file several times. And that was the first time in my life that I actually internalized what a check and balance was. And I was not happy with the cops. They're like, they're demanding that I say they came in my house in the middle of the night, for fuck's sake. They arrested me in my underwear. My wife was throwing objects at me and beating me, trying to get me to take the fall, and it damn near worked.
This must be the part where he realized that, oh yeah, I am married. I forgot about that before when I said I didn't know I was married.
So when the judge got me released, she personally called me a few days later. The judge did.
Judges do not call defendants at home, ever, for any reason, at any time. If she did that, she would not be a judge from that point forward. That's absolutely ridiculous. If there's any lawyers on here that want to tell me I'm wrong, please let me know if I am. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, that's for sure. Let the ridiculousness continue on.
I know now that's unusual. Then I didn't know that. To tell me that the district attorney dismissed all the charges in my case. I was charged with false imprisonment with domestic violence. And that means that the protection order that she imposed, preventing me from going to my home, is now vacated. Oh, thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that. This was my first arrest, so I really didn't know anything about these processes. And she says, Mr. Brant, it's very important that before you go to your home, that you come down and get some important paperwork from my clerk. Will you promise me that you'll do that right away? Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Like shit, you're going to like shit, right? Well, I know now, obviously, you heard the trial has, I don't subscribe to that. But at the time, hey, what do I know? So I did. I went down there, and the clerk grabs my hands and holds my hands with two hands, clasping the paperwork. And she said, Michelle thinks that your life is in danger. She thinks you should not even go home to get your things. There are no men's shelters. The women's shelters will take you. Go now.
The judge is so concerned for Eric's safety that she's going to put him in a woman's shelter with women that suffer from domestic violence and they're trying to hide from abusive men. They're going to put Eric Brandt in a woman's shelter. Okay. And it gets weirder, trust me.
What?
Yeah. So I did.
Wait. The judge called you personally, told you to come down to the clerk's office and sign some paperwork?
No, what she handed me was the stack of paperwork when I went and looked at it was pamphlets on domestic violence and women's shelters, abuse shelters.
So so basically she told you to come down there to insinuate that you have a problem?
Shift change in the demeanor. All of a sudden laugh time, giggly time, Mr. Dragon time is all over. Now we're getting serious about the questioning here. Now this guy is so confused, he doesn't know what he's getting himself into.
No, she wanted me to get out of there because she said that I was in danger and I needed to get out. She said, there are no men's shelters and the women's shelters will take you. Go now.
So the judge told you were in danger from the con artist?
From Alice, yeah. Alice Bridget Maloney.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did. Well, Alice found me. And so they didn't put me in a women's shelter, right? They're not going to put a guy in a shelter with a bunch of women that just got beat up by their man. They put me in a hotel.
Okay.
And then Alice located me, and they put me in another hotel.
The case is concluded, as far as I know. I mean, I've worked with women in shelters before when I ran a rehab. The case is over. There's no reason for the court or the judge or anybody to put you in a shelter anywhere and have the state pay for it. That is not going to happen. That is totally bullshit.
And Alice located me, and they put me up in the mountains in a cabin with no power, no water, and a outhouse up the hill. And
now, who put you there? The court system? The courts?
The shelter.
Okay.
The shelter.
Oh, okay, all right.
So,
battered women's shelter do not put victims of abuse in cabins out in the woods with no power, no bathroom, no water, no electricity. They don't do that. That's not what they do. They would never, ever do that.
They caught Alice mostly because my mother had identity theft protection service on her account, and they said, Mrs. Wolf, you've been applying for an awful lot of credit in the northern Colorado area. She goes, oh, no, that would be Alice Maloney. Here's everything I know about her. And they caught her, and they took her down.
Oh, so she's in jail?
6 years.
How many?
She was 6 years.
Okay, that's enough of this bozo. He's in prison. He's still in prison. He got sentenced about a year ago to 12 years. 3 4-year sentences to run consecutively, meaning one after the other. Usually they run them concurrently, all at the same time, so he'd be out in 4 years. Anyway, I had a viewer mention to me the other day that they thought I was different than all the rest, and all of a sudden I start talking through my videos, and she wasn't going to watch my videos anymore because I talk too much during the video, and obviously doesn't understand what the fair use policy is and copyright and all that stuff. If I don't talk through the videos or do something through the videos, then I'm just taking somebody else's content and replaying it, which is a copyright violation. That's how you get copyright strikes. What I do is considered reaction videos, where I take somebody else's video, cut it up, dissect it, and react to it, comment on it. That's what I do. That's why I do what I do. That's the way it is. That's what you got to deal with on YouTube. If I made my own videos and never said a word, that would be fine. I couldn't copyright strike myself. I wouldn't do that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Throwback Thursday little thing from Eric Brandt. Delusional, crazy, locked up in jail. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.